Welcome to the Careers by Jen podcast, episode 280. Today on the podcast, Jen's topic is breathing. Because really, what are your alternatives?
You're listening to the Careers by Jen podcast. I'm your host, Jen Swanson. This is the podcast that helps you to get the job, love your work, and advance your career. Careers by Jen is a listener-sponsored podcast, and if you like the content, please consider supporting the show as a patron. You can do so for as little as $1 a month. Head over to CareersbyJenn.com and click on Support to learn more. Hello and welcome to the podcast where I offer ideas, advice, and strategies on career and job search topics and on wellness and self-awareness topics as well. If you have been listening for a while, welcome back. Can you believe this is episode 280? I am going to let you know that I am aiming for 300 episodes and then I might be changing directions. I am in discernment about this now, and 2020 will be my 10th year of doing this show. So I may be considering by the time I get to episode 300 that my career in podcasting has been long and good and might be moving on to new things. But I'm working on that right now and we'll let you know. But for now, we proceed. And so welcome to this show. If you are brand new here, welcome. And the podcast is not my main thing. When I'm not at the microphone, I am busy as an ordained minister in the United Church of Canada, and I serve in a beautiful congregation of folks who are working very hard at bringing some light and some hope into the world in new and creative ways. And of course, this is Advent, heading right into Christmas, and it's hard to find time to fit this in, I tell you. It's been so busy. When it's not COVID times, I also do corporate training a little bit here and there in companies on wellness topics, and I continue to offer in my own coaching practice, private one-to-one coaching for people through my website. Before that, I spent more than 2 decades actually teaching college courses in healthcare, and every once in a while I dip my toe back into that again. I love being in the classroom, and I firmly believe that in order to be healthy and productive and a functioning human being on this planet, that we need to take care of ourselves. And this is why this topic for this episode came to me this morning while I was running. And yes, I recently started running, learning how to run. I'm doing it very, very slowly, and I'm doing it indoors right now because it's really ugly outside. But I am heading off into a new adventure of learning how to run, even just for 20 minutes consistently. We'll see. It's kind of a funny thing to be doing at 53, but hey, adventure awaits. So that was what I was doing this morning, first thing, and this topic idea came to me. Now, before I continue, I want to acknowledge that this podcast is recorded on the unceded and traditional territory of the Coast Salish people, including the Matsqui, the Kwantlen, the Katzie, the Semiahmoo, and the Stolo First Nations people, and I am grateful to be here. I also want to give you a save the date if you are listening to this when it is published. I'm going to be offering a free live class in February of 2021, February 23rd of 2021. I'll get you the time closer to the time, but I am offering a live class through Huddle Journeys, Huddol Journeys. It's an app project that I am part of, and the class will be about stress and overwhelm. And so I will give you more details and the Eventbrite info closer to the time. So again, it'll be a live class. It will be free, and it would be great to have you tune in. The Huddle Journeys app is now out in iOS, and it's in beta testing in Android. I was able to download it. You might be able to if you're interested. HUDDOL Journeys. And that's where you can sign up for individual 7-day journeys, transformational journeys, or you can sign up for unlimited ones if you buy the year-long registration. But more information will be coming about that. There are coaches and teachers across disciplines on this app offering you transformational journeys on everything from parenting to intimacy to confidence to stress and overwhelm to burnout. Lots and lots of new journeys coming online all the time. So it's very exciting to be part of that project. All right. I just need to slow down and get into today's topic, which is about breathing. In all the work that I do, meditation has been a big part of my life. And for some people, meditation can sound scary and daunting if you've never tried it. But there are many ways to get quiet and to calm your mind that don't involve full-on meditation. And there are ways to just stop for a moment and breathe. A colleague of mine came up with this great idea. I don't know if she came up with it or a group she was in came up with it, but she went and got herself a snow globe recently, one of those glass ornaments that are frequently around at Christmas time that have little bits of white plastic that looks like snow or sparkles or some other such things that float around in a liquid inside. And there's usually some kind of a winter scene inside. And she got herself a snow globe and she keeps it on her windowsill. And what she does is whenever she's feeling stressed, she picks it up and she shakes it. And she breathes for the length of time that it takes to watch all of the little floaty bits settle back down again at the bottom. And this could be a couple of minutes, she figures. And she finds this practice really simple and a really good one to help her calm down and refocus if she's feeling stressed. So I share that with you, the snow globe exercise, where you could get yourself, if maybe you already have a snow globe, you need a good enough sized one that it will take a while for the little twinkly bits to settle. But if you can do that, it's just a really quick way to calm yourself and breathe for a few moments if you're feeling stressed in the middle of the day. Another way to calm yourself and get mindful is to focus intently on what it is you are doing. Like focus in with great attention to whatever you happen to be doing at that time. You might be washing the dishes. You might be wrapping a gift. You might be stirring something on the stove or waiting in line somewhere for something or waiting for that web page to load. I don't know. Whatever it is, pay attention to how your body feels as you are in that moment, in that experience. Is the water warm or hot? Or is it slimy? Or is it fresh? Is the paper you are folding crisp or thin? What color is the food that you are stirring and how does it smell? If you are standing in line, who else is around you and what temperature is it? And are there birds nearby? And what do you notice about the pattern on the coat the person in front of you is wearing or something like that? Because being fully present in the moment is what is called mindfulness. And there are lots of podcasts and articles and YouTube videos and information out there on how to be more mindful. But basically it's about being fully present in the moment. And it's not easy to do for a long period of time. It's not easy to just stay in the moment all the time. It sounds easy, right? So, oh yeah, that sounds easy. But our brains suddenly love to take off in new directions, and then we are hijacked into thinking about whatever the brain decides we should be thinking about at that moment, instead of just being in the moment and being present and observing. So it is a skill, but it is a skill that you can practice, and it is a way to stop the stress and the fuss and the chatter and to just be. So whatever you're doing, whatever you happen to be doing, try paying full attention to what your hands are doing, or to the surroundings that you find yourself in if you're out for a walk, or even if you're sitting in your office. What are the things that are on your desk? And, is the lamp shiny? What color are the things that are on your desk? It doesn't have to be dramatic or fabulous. It can be mundane and ordinary, and you will still be being mindful. Another way to breathe, to focus on your breath, to get out of your head, is to get physical. If your brain is zooming along, dragging your emotions with it, try moving. Go for a walk, or even if you can't get out and go for a walk just at that moment, just change positions, stretch, or roll your shoulders, or move your hands around a little bit, move yourself around, turn on some music, have your own dance party, do a few yoga moves, wiggle your toes. One thing that you can do that's very, very effective is called box breathing. And this is where you move your finger in the shape of a box. So take your index finger, your pointer finger, and move it around in the shape of a rectangle or a square, whatever you like. Square is probably better. And when you move your finger along the top line, breathe in, and then hold that breath as you move your finger down one side. And then as you move your finger along the bottom line, breathe out, and continue breathing out as you move your finger up the fourth side. And then you start along the top again with another breath in. So you're drawing a box. It's a breath in, hold it, breath out, hold it, or keep breathing out, and then breath in again at the top. So box breathing for just a few moments. You don't even have to have your finger out once you practice doing this. Doing this for just a few moments can help you to calm down. It is a technique for helping with anxiety. It is something that you can practice and nobody will know that you're doing it. You can even look around you for a square or rectangle shape and use that to form your box and just follow it with your eyes. But you can do that anytime that you're looking for a way to calm yourself and to lower your anxiety and to just breathe. So even just a little bit of physical focus will pull you out of that mind chatter and can have a calming effect. Now, the last way of remembering to breathe that I'm going to talk about today is by no means the last and only way, but this is a guided meditation. And this is a little different than anything I've done on this podcast before, I think. In all my 279 other episodes, other people have talked about meditation for sure on the show. But I am going to offer you a guided meditation. And so in order to get ready for this one, you want to be not driving because that would be dangerous, not operating any equipment or doing anything that requires you to have your eyes open while you are listening to this. So if you need to wait, I've put this toward the end of the podcast, so hopefully you can find it again if you pause and wait until you can have a few moments of quiet and sit somewhere. But I hope that you will try this. I invite you to find somewhere comfortable to sit where you can test out this short guided meditation that I have created for you. And I hope that you can return to this whenever you want a few moments of calm just to breathe. And I know that this is a little different than what I have done in this context. I've done lots of these in other contexts. But at this time of year, and at the end of this particular year, 2020, when things have been so stressful and so strange, and so painful in so many ways, so stressful in so many different spheres. I think we could all use a few moments of focused breathing. So I invite you to find a comfortable place to sit, and let's begin. When you are comfortable, close your eyes and focus on your breath as it gently moves in and out through your nose. Notice the temperature of it. It might be a little cooler when you breathe in, coming into your lungs. It might be warmer as you breathe out through your nose. Continue to focus on this breath for a few cycles. Now keep breathing gently as you turn your attention to your feet. Notice how they feel as they rest on the floor. Can you relax the muscles of your feet and rest your toes so that your entire foot is free of tension? Keep breathing as you release and relax every little muscle, every little bit of tension, so that your foot is completely relaxed. Next, move your attention to your ankles. Ankles often hold tension. Can you release any tension you might be holding on to in your ankles and relax them? Breathe your attention into your ankles for a few breaths. Pretend that you're breathing right into your ankles, and let any stress they might be holding drift away every time you exhale. Now we move up to your calves and into your knees, another place that can often feel tight. Imagine breathing into your knees as you relax them, and as you relax the whole lower leg as well, until the whole leg from the knee all the way down to the tips of your toes is released from stress and tension and relaxed. Now we move up to your hips, continuing to breathe gently in and out, releasing any tension that you feel up in your hip area and anywhere in between your hips and your abdomen that you might be feeling tension. Release any of the tension and the stress by breathing into this area. Focus your breath next on your lower back and just breathe into that part of your spine, allowing it and everything below it to continue to relax. Breathe in, and as you exhale, release any tension that you might be holding in your lower back. And now we move up your spine. And as we do, I invite you to relax your belly. Even as you breathe, relax your chest and the wall, your chest wall, and your upper back. Remembering to release as you exhale. And let's land for a moment in your shoulders, where many of us hold tension, especially if we work on computers much of the day. Make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders, and breathe into them. Breathe into your shoulders and then exhale out any stress or tension or worry that you might be holding in your shoulder area. Breathe in and then let it go. And now we carry on down your arms, past your elbows, into your wrists, and into your hands and fingers, releasing any tension you might find as you go more fully and deeply into a relaxed state. Once you are feeling deeply relaxed from your shoulders down, move your focus up your neck, up through the muscles that hold up your head, up through your jaw and your face, where you can release any more tension that you might be holding in the muscles of your face. Relax your eyes, even though they're closed. Relax your eyes. They can be strained from looking at screens all day. And continue to breathe until your whole body feels deeply relaxed and calm and free of tension. Enjoy this moment as you breathe in and out, and in and out, knowing that you are now fully and deeply relaxed. It feels good. Now, when you're ready, you might want to wiggle your toes a little bit and wiggle your fingers. Begin to move around a little bit. Stretch gently if you need to. And when you are ready, you can take one more deep breath and then open your eyes. Now, my wish for you, my friend, is that you can return to this sense of peace and rest anytime you need to, by remembering to get still and to focus on your breathing. This technique is fairly fast. I don't think it took us a very long time to go through it from beginning to end. It is accessible. Anyone can do this. Even young children can do this. It's completely free and available to you anytime. And you can do it as you are falling asleep at night, or you can take just a few moments, however long that was, out of your day and sit still somewhere, even if you are on a lunch break at work, and go through this exercise, whether you listen to a guided meditation or just do it yourself. You can do this, especially if you find yourself feeling stressed or anxious or worrying about something that might happen or hasn't happened. It might be just what you need to refocus, recenter, and get some perspective. Focus on your breath and practice often. And it might feel weird and hard at first, but I promise you, after many, many years of meditation, this gets easier. It doesn't get easy, it gets easier to actually do it. And you are always offered the chance to begin again and to try again. Well, that is my episode for today. I am going to call it Breathe. And I don't know what the sassy intro guy is going to come up with for this episode, but I'm sure it'll be good. I hope you have found it helpful. Please help me know. I do love to hear your feedback and to know if the topics that I am coming up with are helpful and are useful to you. Until next time, my friend. May you find some stillness and moments of peace in your day. And may you take time for yourself just to breathe. You've been listening to Careers by Jen with Jen Swanson. If you like what you heard, please share this. You know, if every single person listening today shared this episode with just one friend, our audience would be twice as big just like that. And the more people we can help with our content, the better. So help out a friend and help grow our audience by sharing this show with someone you know who would benefit from the content. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that, and together we can make a difference. Until next time, take good care.